Welcome to EduRev.
Hello and welcome to EduRev. My name is Harshmeet Singh and I welcome you all to your next lecture in the Parliament lecture series. In this lecture, I will be discussing with you in detail the Lok Sabha Speaker. By far one of the most important offices that we have in the parliamentary system that India follows. As I said, my name is Harshmeet Singh and I will be teaching the UPSC Civil Services aspirants over the past 5 years. In these 5 years, over 100 of my students have successfully secured ranks at the various civil service examinations in the country. And I hope the same for you. Let's begin the lecture today. Now, as I said, today's lecture will be concentrated around the office of the Lok Sabha Speaker, Shri Om Birla, who is serving as a Lok Sabha Speaker in the current Lok Sabha. Now, as you know, the Lok Sabha Speaker is also the presiding officer of the House. His major responsibility is to preside over the daily sittings of the Lok Sabha. However, his real powers are much more than what you actually see on TV. The Lok Sabha Speaker is elected by the members amongst themselves on the day that is decided by the President of India. Now, one simple sentence will give you a lot of information for the UPSC examination. For example, number one, it is the President who decides the date of election for the Speaker. Second, the members amongst themselves decide who will be the Speaker. So because the members amongst themselves decide, it is very obvious that the ruling party, the party that is in the majority in the Lok Sabha, will be the one that has the advantage. Whoever they decide becomes the Speaker. Whoever they decide, whoever is their candidate, gets to be at that Speaker's position. So that is how the Speaker's position is formed in India. Interestingly, the name Speaker actually comes from the British Parliament. British Parliament में Speaker की responsibility थी that he used to communicate the decisions of the Parliament to the Crown. वो जाके डरते डरते King Queen के पास जाके बताते थे कि Parliament में क्या हो रहा है. So he used to speak on behalf of the Parliament. Anyway, Speaker's position is not just in India but is seen in most parliaments across the world. Now, the Speaker can also resign from the office by writing to the Deputy Speaker, and we'll come to the office of Deputy Speaker a bit later on. The Speaker can also be removed by the members of Lok Sabha after giving him a 14-day notice period and passing a resolution by an effective majority. Now, interestingly, there is no reason given for his removal, or there are no grounds given for his removal. Like there is nothing that he would do that would lead to his removal. It depends upon the members of the House only if they want to remove the Speaker, which usually does not happen. ये ruling party से ही बने हुए हैं. Why would the ruling party want to remove their own person from that position? Now, as I said, the Speaker is the most powerful position inside the Lok Sabha. The Speaker derives the powers from the Constitution. So, Constitution tells what does the Speaker have or what powers does the Speaker have. The rules of procedure of Lok Sabha, the conduct of business, and the parliamentary conventions. All these things combined tell us what exactly are the powers that the Speaker has. As I said, Speaker is the person who runs the House. So he maintains order and decorum in the House. Meaning that if there is a member of Lok Sabha who is not behaving well, who is not abiding by his instructions, he very well has the power to order the marshals to take out that person. So he can order disciplinary inquiry also, he can take action, he can also suspend the members of Lok Sabha if they are not behaving in a manner that the Lok Sabha Speaker wants them to. Obviously, although they do have all these powers, but they rarely use these powers to suspend someone. As you would see on the television, they mostly make appeals to the people, बैठ जाइए, शांत हो जाइए, बैठ जाइए, शांत हो जाइए. So they usually want to resolve the matter peacefully, but if it comes to that, they do have the power to actually take real action against the members of the Lok Sabha. He is also the interpreter of the constitution within the Lok Sabha. So Lok Sabha के अंदर, if there is a debate, भाई constitution में तो ऐसे लिखा है, ऐसे काम करना चाहिए, ऐसे लिखा है, ऐसे करना चाहिए. In all these debates, it is a Lok Sabha Speaker who has the final word. Lok Sabha Speaker ने बोल दिया ऐसे होगा तो ऐसे ही होगा. Within the Lok Sabha, you cannot argue with him. Once someone becomes a Speaker, it is expected, I'm not saying it always happens, but it is expected that the Lok Sabha Speaker will act as a very neutral person. Although the speaker used to belong to a party, so it's obvious to expect that they will be biased towards the party, but it is expected ideally that the speaker should be a neutral person. That is why speaker does not vote on any bill in the first instant. तो जब किसी बिल पर डिस्कशन होता है, वोटिंग होता है, तो स्पीकर वोट नहीं करते हैं उस पर. Speaker has something that is called the casting vote. Casting vote means vote in case of equality या vote in case of a tie. अगर tie हो जाता है, कोई एक वोट है, इसको 50% पीपल से नो, 50% पीपल से येस, तो उस वोट को, बिल को आगे लेके जाने के लिए दैट इज व्हेन द स्पीकर वोट. सो ही हैज अ कास्टिंग वोट. स्पीकर को बेसिकली एक कास्टिंग वोट मिलता है ओनली इन केस ऑफ अ टाई. इन केस of a tie. Only when 50-50 people say yes and no, only then the speaker votes. Nahi to he does not vote. Other power that he has is he presides over the joint sitting. As you know, President of India can also call for a joint sitting. अगर एक house ने bill pass कर दिया है, second house has not taken any action for 6 months, या one house has passed the bill, second house has rejected the bill, and the president thinks like बहुत important bill है, pass तो होना ही चाहिए. So president उस केस में can call for a joint sitting of the two houses. This joint sitting is presided over by the Lok Sabha speaker. He has that authority. So as you can see how much authority he has. He also has the power to certify whether a bill is a money bill or not. You would have heard a lot about money bills. Money bills are introduced after permission of the president only. और उसके बाद भी it is introduced only in Lok Sabha. Lok Sabha में the speaker has to certify, put a certificate that yes, this is a money bill. Only then it would be treated as a money bill. The speaker also decides on disqualifications of members of parliament as per the anti-defection law. ये हमने last class में ही पढ़ा था, अगर आपको याद हो तो. Anti-defection law is in the 10th schedule of the constitution. If a member of Lok Sabha is to be disqualified under the anti-defection law, it is a Lok Sabha speaker who takes the final call, not the president of India. Although there are many suggestions by many committees, including the second ARC committee also, that we should take away this power from the speaker because at times they are biased towards the party, and we should give the disqualification power and the anti-defection law also to the president. But that has not been done till now. The speaker also appoints a chairperson of all the parliamentary committees, and the speaker himself or herself heads many committees, such as Business Advisory Committee is headed by him. The Business Advisory Committee, as you know, is a committee that decides the business of the house, when the bill will be introduced, how much time will be given to whom, when discussion will happen, how will the house function, etc. Rules Committee, General Purpose Committee, these are certain committees which are headed by the Lok Sabha Speaker himself. Let's test your knowledge with one of the questions. The question is, which of these parliamentary committees is not headed by the Lok Sabha Speaker? We have just read about this. Business Advisory Committee, the Public Accounts Committee, the Rules Committee, or the General Purpose Committee. As you know, the answer here is B, Public Account Committee. Not headed by the Speaker. It has 22 members, 15 from Lok Sabha, 7 from Rajya Sabha. It is a committee that looks into the government expenses and sees if the expenses are made in the right manner or not. No minister can be a member of this committee. Thank you so much for watching the video. I'll see you in my next class. Bye bye.